So in this video, we are going to solve questions from exercise 2.2. We have already solved 9 questions, 9 problem statements from from exercise 2.2. Now we'll see question number 10. So all these questions are word problems. Okay, let's try to remove this. So as you can see, all these questions from exercise 2.2 are word problems. Okay, so basically we are given some problem statement in terms of words, in terms of English language, and there is a hidden mathematical equation in that problem statement. All we have to do is understand the description that is given and try to form a linear equation in one variable. We have to always form a linear equation in one variable from these problem statements and then try to solve that equation and try to arrive at the solution. So let's continue with this problem statements. Now the last problem is problem number 10. So let's try to read it. The number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio 7:5. Now the number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. What is the total class strength? So we have to find the total class strength, which means total of boys and girls. Okay. So first of all, again, whatever are the unknown variables, let's try to give them a variable name. Okay. So I'm going to say let number of boys. Okay. Let the number of boys be equal to B. Okay. And let the number of girls be equal to G. Okay, so total number of boys are B and total number of girls are G, two unknown variables that we have assigned in order to solve or in order to form a mathematical equation. Now let's read the first statement. The number of boys and girls in the class are in the ratio 7:5. Okay, so therefore we have boys B upon G is equal to 7/5. Okay, given B upon G is equal to 7/5. Now next, the number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. Now this is very important. Let me try to highlight it. This is word is very important. That means equal to. That is word in English translates into equal to sign in mathematics. So it says that the number, now let's read the statement. It says the number of boys. So I'm just going to draw a line here. Okay. So it says the number of boys B is 8 more than the number of girls. So number of girls is G and it is 8 more than the number of girls. Okay, so this is the second equation that the problem statement is trying to give us. Let's try to read it again and confirm that the equation we have written is correct or wrong. It says the number of boys, so B is the number of boys, is, so this is at equal to, let me highlight, yes. So the number of boys B is equal, that is equal to 8 more, so this is our 8 more, means addition, 8 more than the number of girls, okay. So B is equal to 8 plus G, that is the second mathematical equation we get from the problem statement. Now what is the total class strength? So we have to find the values of B and G, and if you do B plus G, that will be total class strength. Okay, so now let's come to the mathematical equations that we have formed. Now as you can see, we have two equations here. This is equation and this is another equation, and we have these equations in two unknowns, two variables, that is B and G. Here we have B and G, so we should convert one equation into just one variable. So let's convert this equation into one variable. Now from this we have to get, so from this equation we can convert this B into G. Okay, how is that going to happen? Let's zoom in here. So can I say therefore B is equal to 7/5 G? Okay, all I've done is multiplied both the sides of equation by G. So this G and this G gets cancel each other and the G comes on the right hand side. If you multiply both the sides of this equation by G, you get B as equal to 7/5 G. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute. So let me use a line here. I'm going to substitute this here. So let me write it. So substitute. Okay, so this thing B is equal to 7/5 G, I'm going to substitute here. So I'm going to get 7/5 G, okay, is equal to 8 plus G. Okay, so now if you focus on this equation, yes, let's focus on this equation. You can see that this equation is a linear equation in one variable, and that variable is g. Okay, it's a linear equation in only one variable g, and thus we have now successfully formed our equation in single variable. All we have to do now is try to solve it. So how do we solve it? So first of all, g and g, these two variables should be on one side of the equation. So how are we going to do that? Okay, let me write down the step. Okay, so the first step that we do is subtract g from both the sides of equation. Okay, always we perform same operations on both the sides of equation. Okay, why are we subtracting from g? Because if we do minus g on right hand side, g will disappear from right hand side, and then we will get all the g's on left hand side of the equation. So let me write it down. This is 7 by 5 g minus g as equal to 8. Okay, the step that we have performed is this: subtract g from both the sides of equation. Now this is again a rational number subtraction. We know how to solve it. This is 7g minus 5g, the whole upon 5 is equal to 8. Okay, therefore we get 2g divided by 5 as equal to 8. Okay, now once again, so now we have g as one variable on left hand side of the equation, and we have some number on the right hand side of the equation. Now step by step we will get rid of these numbers. Okay, 2 and 5. So how do we do that? So we start with 5. Okay, so the first thing, okay, instead of doing it first, we'll just discuss it. First we have to get rid of 5. How do we do that? We multiply both the sides of equation by 5. So let me just write it down here. Okay, multiply both sides of equation by 5. Okay, so what will happen? This will be just 2g, because okay, 5 and 5 will cancel each other out, and on right hand side it will be 8 into 5. Okay, and therefore I'll get 2g as equal to 40. 8 into 5 is 40. Now next, so now we have g and we have just 2. How do we get rid of 2? We divide both the sides of equation by 2. So let me just note down that. Okay, divide by 2 on both the sides of equation. Okay, so if we do that, we will just have g on the left hand side. On right hand side, we'll have 40 divided by 2, and that is equal to 20. So g is equal to 20. So that's the total number of girls present in the class. Now we have found out g is equal to 20. We need to find out the value of b, which is the total number of boys. Now let's come here. So focus. Now let me use a highlighter. Yes. So this is the relation, okay, between g and b. So if you substitute g equal to 20 in this equation, you will get the value of b. So let's try to do that. So again, I'm going to just draw a line here. Yes. So once again, we have to do substitution. So okay, substitute the value of g equal to 20 in this equation. So what we are going to get is b. Okay, so we'll get b as equal to 7 by 5 into g. G is 20. Okay, and once again we have 5 into 4 as 20, so we'll get 7 into 4. So b is equal to 7 into 4, so therefore b is equal to 28. So b is equal to 28 is the total number of boys, and g is equal to 20 is total number of girls. However, they have not asked you total number of boys and total number of girls. Okay, be careful, read the question carefully. They have asked you what is the total class strength. So they have asked you the value of b plus g. Okay, so quite simple. In the end, you're just going to say, so total class strength, okay, is equal to b plus g, total number of boys and total number of girls, that is equal to 28 plus 20, and that is equal to 48. So 48 is the total class strength, which is the expected answer for this problem.